Hey, this is Chef Joel, and today we're making Wagyu beef pastrami. Let's eat, but first, let's cook. Now I got something special that we're doing today. This is actually some really nice brisket here. This is 1855 over 2/3 choice. This is what a lot of barbecue restaurants use for their brisket. And what I did was I separated them, and I took the point and the flap and I separated from each other. So you can see you've got the flat is this one right here. It's a little bit more lean as far as the marbling goes. This is always the one that gets dry. And then you've got this, which is the point. And you can already see the marbling. There's a lot more marbling in that right there. I cut them both down to about a nice, I'm gonna call that 1/8 to 1/4 inch trim. And what I like about cutting the brisket down like this is you got two pieces of the same size, because when they're together, you get a fat side and you get a skinny side, but this is gonna cook really evenly, and it's gonna brine evenly too. But then I got this over here. So this is some Wagyu beef picanha. What picanha is you can see I cut a couple of steaks right here. You can actually eat this as a nice steak. So this is top sirloin cap. The top sirloin's kind of a little bit near the back end of the animal. It's a little bit tougher. It's definitely not like a New York strip or anything like that, but you cook this medium rare and you get a really nice steak out of this too. But because you get that nice marbling and all that Wagyu fat flavor and everything that's in there, this is gonna make an amazing pastrami. I've never done this with pastrami before, but I think this is gonna be absolutely incredible. So I'm super excited about that. I've got all of my ingredients laid out here for our pastrami brine. Now, pastrami needs the brine for at least 7 to 10 days. The whole theory behind all of it is you've got a lot of salt and you've got a lot of sugars. What's gonna happen is you get this brine, this marinade basically, that's saltier than the salt that's inside the meat because there's nothing in there yet. So what's happening is you've got this osmosis happening. Moisture from inside the meat is coming out the mix with the salt, and then the salt solution is going inside of the meat, so that over this week or more, you've actually got this replacement of all the moisture inside of the meat with the brine itself. So you've got all this flavor soaking into the meat. It's a very normal pastrami brine. We are gonna use a little bit of pink salt. Gets a lot of rap for being bad for you, and it probably is, but it's delicious, so I'm not too worried about it. Other than that, this is ground ginger, coriander. We got a little bit of kind of Christmas spice here. This is clove and allspice, a little bit of black peppercorns and bay leaves, and I like to use a little touch of whole grain mustard. This is enough to make about a 4-gallon batch, so I'm gonna put this all in 2 gallons of water. So once it's all fully dissolved, I can dump it on some ice to get my total 4-gallon volume, and it's not hot anymore. So into the pot it goes. Salt, spices, pink salt, and some of that brown sugar. Whole grain mustard go into there too. So I'm just gonna let this come back up to a boil. When this is boiling and it's all fully dissolved, that's it. That's all we gotta do. It's not gonna sit for a week, so there's plenty of time for those flavors to combine. All right, so this is our brine. All we do is bring it up to a boil. It's kind of a little frothy, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dump this on ice. This is about equal portions to the water that I put in there. So really I'm just trying to cool the liquid down by diluting it with ice. So there's one more step that we gotta take before we can brine it. We gotta fork our meat. So what I like to do, just to make sure that you get that nice penetration when you're forking, for the brine to go in, give it a good step. To me, it's just about giving that even distribution, the brine that gets all the way through the meat. There we go. Woolly pork. All right. So now, we've got just enough brine to get a nice submerge in here. You want to make sure that the meat stays fully covered, so I'm going to weigh this down with another pan on top probably. Every few days or so, I'll take this out and I'll flip the meat over just to make sure that it's all getting fully marinated and all that juice is soaking up in there. That's going to ensure that it stays completely submerged. And then I'm just going to use this for a lid. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that meat. Look at that marbling. Can't wait to try this. It doesn't need to be caked on, but it needs to be really, really nicely coated. That might just be the perfect bite. Wow. This is unlike any other pastrami I've ever had.